a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air.
Thank you for telling me.
I raised my
I
dark lantern
keep forgetting.
shutter, and the room
Thank you.
slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular
I'm glad the
corner.
game audio is
He
good.
started whispering to me. The victim's
Thank you.
most perplexing
It's
final
a beautiful
words.
hat that I've kept as
Speckled
trophy
band.
from the last trial.
I believe this is the terrible coil to
No,
which
no,
you
no.
go.
I didn't join the Swan Club. It's
In
a
front of us was
trophy.
an enormous adder, its fangs
I took
bared
it.
as it threatened to strike.
Oh, an adder.
It truly was the
Like a
most
stinky
terrible
adder.
speckled
The
band
most
I have
powerful
ever
snake
seen.
known in existence. A cursed trophy. It is my trophy nonetheless. The 9th of January. I'd say this is the 16th, but that's okay. Oh. Animation.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
This is
and
why
discover
I
what
thought there was
events
voice
led
acting.
to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted.
Is
from
this
the
a
inside when the man was
steampunk
killed.
Sherlock
No
Holmes,
marks
but his
to
name is
suggest the bolt was
Shlomes?
tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
Oh my god, it's a locked room.
In his final moments, the victim scrawled a
It's Ace
message.
Attorney. We're on trial
Almost
2 of
certainly
the great
ink from this
Ace
upset
Attorney
book.
Chronicles.
A Russian
Herlock
word.
Shlomes.
So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well
Oh my
formed,
god.
suggesting he was compos mentis at the time.
I hope this hat isn't filled with swan chicks, Coley, because I'm not prepared.
And
I'm not
evidently
prepared to be a
not
parent.
by the same hand as this message.
I can't
In
support
fact,
all
the
these
text was
swan
written by
chicks.
someone of a different nationality.
A study in pink. What is that? Oh my god.
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture. Well, what have we here?
It's, oh, a study in red. I'm not sure what that is.
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
What do you think you're doing
No
here?
one
What
must
is
touch before
that?
maritime police come. We must wait.
Oh, it's a
That
Russian.
won't be necessary. You see, in less than
Just
5
pawn them
seconds
off
from
on
now,
shrine
I will reveal the killer
visitors.
to you.
Hello, welcome to the shrine. Here's your free
Don't be
swan.
absurd. This is
Make sure you
murder,
buy an
and it
omamori
can
on
be
your way
locked from
out.
inside.
Ah, yes,
Goodbye.
locked room, but that
A
mystery
Study in
is
Red is a Sherlock Holmes story where elements are similar to what is on screen.
You
Oh,
mean
okay.
The culprit is in there.
Who are you? And where have you
Oh,
come from?
oh, so Study in
I'm
Red
a
is like
great
a
British consultant detective,
also
the
a
only
locked
one in the
room
world.
mystery.
Herlock Sholmes.
Herlock
presume-
Sholmes.
You must have heard of me.
Oh my god. Isn't Herlock Sholmes like a real character from the same guy who wrote the Arsene the Gentleman Thief series? I was not prepared for Secretary Chan's voice. I was also not prepared for it. She speaks very proper English. Maybe she was taught. What's going on? Herlock Sholmes is a parody of Sherlock Holmes. Yes, I think he is a parody. It sounds familiar to me for another reason, I think. Something's not right. There's trouble in the air. Well, who is this? Is this Ryunosuke? Yes. We must all speak English. After all, just like Ouchie. Oh no. Okay, we are Ryunosuke. Look at his little ninja hand thing. Oh. Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, Oh, Russian. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I cannot do a Russian accent. And I will not attempt to. I do not believe you could... I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You found me then? Is this another you're accused of murder that you didn't commit? Da, we found you and now you pay. Criminal. Ryunosuke, how many men must you kill before you are satisfied? Can your bloodlust ever be sated? Apparently not. Ryunosuke is just a cold-blooded killer. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Now you have been found, it is time to admit to your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. Oh, no, I'll tell you anything. I need to keep this hat dry, I just got it. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Is that... Oh, my secretary. Susato. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Whose life? Oh my god, Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke. Get it together. Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Don't. No, Kazuma's not dead. No. 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 No, it's not. No, Kazuma's not dead. They're just faking me out. You pretend to not know you're a wolf in a sheep's pelt. You're the killer. Don't try to make excuses. Kazuma's not dead. Koli, Kazuma's not dead, right? Kazuma's not dead, right? Right? Got chat? Right? Kazuma's not dead, right? He's okay. No. No! Kazuma-sama's body was discovered not long ago. No, this is the worst scenario. I'm uninstalling this game. Remember when you said Kazuma is my boyfriend? I hope nothing happens to me. To him, I will uninstall this game. Yes, I said, I believe my exact words, if anything ever happens to Kazuma, I will be devastated. I will uninstall this game. Well, guys, it's been a great stream. Great 14-minute stream, but I've got to go uninstall this game. I can't play it anymore. Kazuma's dead. I can't. How will I ever live with myself? How will I ever live with Ryunosuke murdering Kazuma? I don't know. Poor dude was just woken up and he's already being bothered by everyone. This is a constant in Ryunosuke's life, I think, where he's just waking up and someone just accuses him of murder. This just keeps happening to him, and it's just how it is for him. Everyday occurrence for Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo. His body. Hey, you remember when you said, I'm getting a lot of Kamina vibes from Kazuma? Hey, the developers really like Gurren Lagann. I do remember all of these things, Coley. I don't appreciate you bringing them up right now, though. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's dead. No, he can't be dead. Me and Ryunosuke are saying the same things. There's no way. He's not dead. I'm living in denial. There's no way they kill Kazuma. Yes, they think you killed him, Ryunosuke. I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. No. No! Oh, Kazuma! Kazuma-sama, no! It was just 2 short weeks ago. No, Kazuma, you're still alive. You're still alive in my mind. Oh my god. No. There's no way. There's really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. Oh my god, he's not dead. They didn't kill him, right? They didn't kill Cosmo, right? That didn't happen. Right? Right, guys? He's still alive. He's still alive somewhere. Besides my heart. Oh my god. I don't know if I can go on. I'm dying. I can't believe this has happened to me. I'm a widow. I'm already a widow. I'm in flashback mode. I can't make my hat flashback mode. Kazuma's dead. Kazuma's dead and I killed him. I'm done. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Oh, Ryunosuke. Ryunosuke snuck onto the boat with Kazuma inside his trunk. You must be even less of a man than you look. Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Don't be mean to me, Kazuma. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady, Susato? From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point, surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. Oh, Kazuma. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come clean my cabin. Because she wouldn't understand your love, she wants your... No, I don't think Susato wants Kazuma. I'm not threatened by her. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyways, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I'll tell you what. Why don't we write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. Everybody wants Kazuma. No, I'm not threatened by Susato though. I don't know about this, Kazuma. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. Together, Kazuma. Oh my god. I'm in denial. We leave you at the next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. I am not a murderer. I did not murder my boyfriend. Duh, you said before, you said you admit everything about your crimes. That's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend, my boyfriend, no one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Oh my god, there's the chalk outline of his body, but I haven't seen, you know, I haven't seen a photograph of his body yet. So, I'm not inclined to believe he's dead yet. I'm in bargaining stage, leave me alone. He can't, I can't, he's not dead, he's not dead, he's not dead, he's not dead. He can't be dead, no, I don't want him to do this. I made this hat because I thought it'd be cute and funny, and now we're here, and I'm so I'm dying. Please tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well, but there is something I would like to ask of you too. Ugh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is to try to find out what really happened Ugh. Oh my god. I'm crying. I'm crying. He's not dead. Kazuma's death. He really has been killed, hasn't he? No, he hasn't. He's still alive. This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? I need a crying toggle in the future. I do. I need a crying face because this is just scaredy face. Scaredy face doesn't convey the amount of distress and sadness I feel. There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window. The bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. It's a locked room mystery. Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? No. This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Suzato-san, you have to tell me that he's not dead. Surely he's not dead. They haven't shown me his body yet, so he's still alive. In my opinion, he's still alive. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means he might still be alive. The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there are no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. He's still alive. He's still alive. Kazuma, my boyfriend, is still alive. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anybody want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. I don't! I was just hiding in his wardrobe like a good boyfriend. Please. Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yes, I was, but he would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door? He's not dead, Ryunosuke. You have to believe. I knocked, but there was no reply. Secretary Chan hates you. I would hate me too if I thought I was the one who murdered Kazuma. She's in her rights. She's in her rights. I can't accept that Kazuma's dead. This is unreal. Yes. So I can't accept it. There's no way. They can't have done this to me. Surely. She went to go find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside... No, the body. There was Kazuma-sama collapsed on the floor. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found. I have no idea anything that happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Trust me, Suzato. I don't even believe it. I can't. I'm not accepting Kazuma's dead. I can't accept it. He's not dead. Now I've told you everything that I know. So it's my turn to ask you a question. Okay. My head feels so heavy, it's still throbbing like anything. Stow away. Why are you even on board the ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Well, Suzato, I stowed away on this boat to be with my boyfriend. And now he's not dead. He's just with the doctor. He's with the doctor and everything is fine. And he's fine. He's going to be fine. He's definitely fine, okay? It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now and I've been shut up in this cabin this entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin so long without him noticing? No, that would be impossible, obviously. He knew I was here, Suzato. He is my boyfriend. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. He wanted us to go to England together, Suzato. And now he's dead. He's not dead. I have to have faith that he's alive. I'm on so much copium. He's alive. He went to go live on a farm in the countryside. Oh no. But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Because we're getting married. Because we're gonna get married in England, Kazuma. That's why. Because we're partners, Wink. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I, that you ought to become a lawyer yourself? Well, yes, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it, I can assure you of that. No, Kazuma's theme, or at least this is what I'm assuming is Kazuma's theme. I'm really sad. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's just something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. No, Kazuma. Kazuma, no. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then what? Nothing. Forget it. Kazuma. No. I should change the name of my stream to just be Kazuma. Kazuma. But I'm afraid that would be somewhat spoilered, perhaps. Kazuma-sama is. He was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look on his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. The theme of true love. True love's theme. Oh no. I'm leaving the bargaining stage. I don't know what to think. I don't think he's dead though. He can't be dead. Right? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you, my stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. You're exactly correct, Suzato. That's exactly right. Word perfect, in fact. Last night. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, Susato, the thing is, I don't remember! Ryunosuke! Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. Then perhaps I would have been able to save Kazuma. He's not dead though. Ryunosuke is the worst defendant. First picked up the gun, now this. He truly is. He's just meant to be framed for murder. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really. The food was poisoned or something. Susato. Something wrong. Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me, I didn't do it. I'd never kill my boyfriend and husband-to-be, Kazuma-sama. I really don't want to doubt you, but the trouble is, there's no one else who could have possibly done this. Ugh. It's a locked room mystery. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Why did this have to happen? You're still alive. I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around? My hands tied while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow it to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's He's alive. He's alive, Ryunosuke. You have to believe. You have to believe, just like Kazuma said. And how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! Oh no. F. What the? That was a Susato takedown. A Susato what? I'm going to need you to prove it. I'm sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Have you forgotten already? What you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in the court of law. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. How can I present conclusive evidence if you won't let me look through the crime scene, Susato? I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. Yes, my school pen. Kazuma would stick this over the doors of the wardrobe for me. It says keep out in Japanese. I'm not sure if the Russian crew can actually read it. I think it's this, because this would have been broken. This is the paper I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it, but I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that, he said? Still, I was sure people would get the idea even if they couldn't read it, so I used it anyways. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. You can see the remnants of glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us. So I pulverized some rice into paste to use that instead. But to a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. That's why I spread as thinly as I possibly could. I couldn't bear to waste any. Well, wouldn't it still be ripped or something?
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in this wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there, just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Oh. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign off the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if you were truly the culprit, if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this outside the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Somehow I don't think they'll accept that in the court of law. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you. Don't say things that are in the past like he's dead. Truly, he's alive. He's alive. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? Oh my god. I can't go on. All the strength has left me. Kazuma. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating here at least. Thank you, so you finally believed me. I'm sorry. No. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back into position. What does conjuring trick mean? Magic? What does she think I am, a magician? For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'm being accused of witchcraft, in addition to boyfriend murder. This is the worst day for me. This is truly terrible. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence. Okay. Well, anyways, I should make a start on investigating here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your not death. You're still alive. They haven't found out why you're dead, which means you must still be alive. Examine. Oh boy. Rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Well, Kazuma violated both of those. Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. I know that, though. Oh dear, that won't do. What's the matter, Suzato? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself focused. I forget to look around properly. Okay. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? I don't think so. Yeah, I got that. Look all around using... Yep, don't worry. I got this. I got this gameplay, Suzato. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small up until now. Yes, Kazuma-sama's sword. He never went anywhere without it. He was always saying that Japanese man's katana is his soul. Katana. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring this on his trip. I suppose it shows just how important it was to him. Now he's gone. He's not gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Give me a sword so I can give it back to him because he's still alive. Investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. What about this? That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. It was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor? I'm not a dog, Susanoo-san. I ate it on the table. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. Kazuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he? No, that's right, so he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, what does that mean? Poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on Earth with an empty belly. Oh, that's just too horrible. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. What is this? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing is, it appears to have broken clean in two. So where's the other half? Glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Nesuke fastener from a kimono outfit. It does. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. It doesn't. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? I don't know, but if he did, that's very kawaii. And the mark beside it, what is that, I wonder? It's a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It's the color of brick. Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Okay, so the spilled ink doesn't count, huh? Did Kazuma write this before he died? It looks like he's written in ink. Yes. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. I suppose he wrote this message by dipping it up. Poor Kazuma-sama, no doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments. I don't know what it says in Russian, though. I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I don't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san. What language is it? I'm pretty sure it's Russian. It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does that mean, I wonder? Maybe it's not? I thought it was. And it wasn't... yeah. Everything's fallen to the side. They've all toppled over the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. It's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mowed down at once. Oh my god. I wonder if... perhaps it was Kazuma-sama doing his morning sword training? I don't think so. Then perhaps... it was you, not Naruhodo-san? In a fit of rage? I don't think so. Could the throne about have anything to do with the case? Probably. Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. These seem like wild things to be bringing up just now. Well, you know... sword training, gods of the sea, boyfriend murder. Kazuma's not dead. It's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside the case. Ah yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewmen wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Susanoo takedown. Oh my god. Do I need to look at the desk? Because everything's turned over on the desk too. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma, he didn't even make it to his destination. He's not dead. He's still alive. It looks as though his last entry is incomplete. Which means, what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Oh! My god. Susanoo, please. Kazuma-sama may have departed from this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. Susanoo! Please! Please! What are you doing? But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? What if it proved that I didn't kill my boyfriend? Okay, I won't read it. I'm gonna read it. As soon as you leave this room, Susanoo, I'm gonna read it, and you can't stop me. I have rights. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either, but he's dead, and we need to know what he said. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Yes. Susanoo, please. Okay, not that. I don't need this. Need that. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me. What? I was wondering how it's going. The investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes, but it is not true, I see. Oh, the criminal asking the investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. He might have useful information though. I have to keep trying. So, last night, did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Nyeh, of course not. Now back to the corner of the room and make silent. I say no more to you. Oh. It was supposed to be romantic. Ugh. And yet it was not at all. Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. What does this say? Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. I don't know about straight, but true, yes. I'll remove myself real quick so you guys can see. Seigi. Uh-oh. I came back with all of my accessories. Hold on. No, jester hat. There we go. Yes, his calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart. Yet you... Can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? What? Susanoo? Excuse me. Even though you stowed away on the ship... Oh my god, he wanted me to. He wanted me to be here, Susanoo. Don't be jealous. Now you're going to bring that up. I can't win. No, Ryunosuke, you'll never win. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. Now wait a minute. What was it? I can't remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. I think the chicken was poisoned or something. And they just didn't know that Kazuma was not a chicken fan. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened. Kazuma, Susanoo, please. I don't need this from you. I don't need this from you right now. I think I've like pretty much, well, I guess I didn't look at this. When I went for help, the crewman forced the door open. So it broke the bolt. This bolt has been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt, not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. There's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective model, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from the side of their room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cavern and its frame are made of metal and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using a needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Okay. I guess that means this is everything that we have clicked on. I don't know if there's anything else more to look at, because I guess we should look at this. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. Yes. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. It would appear so, but if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it would be connected to the outside. That's true, perhaps it is so that rain and spray won't find their way in when the seas are rough or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh, what? Hello? Sir? Hello? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be a European. Oh. You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Naruhoda-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? I do think it has something to do with the vent Coley. Because there's no... It's a locked room mystery, but no locked room is truly ever a locked room, am I right? Unless... I can only think of one situation where a locked room is not actually a locked room, but I will not say that because it's dark. Well, no, I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk, or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we must simply talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san look almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Okay, yes. I will talk to the suspiciously tall gentleman. Please do. Excuse me, suspiciously tall gentleman. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. I don't... Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh no. Greetings. I hope I haven't kept you long. Okay. Oh my god. Googly eyes. What exactly were you doing on Kazuma's desk just now? What exactly? Oh my god. Are those cameras? Camera goggles? I see. Fascinating. What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. That part's true. But how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really... God. It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There's no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolutionary. No, that's so wrong. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. There's a Crystal Tower in England? And when the beribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Graha? Oh my god. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. Is there a Crystal Tower in England, or is he just saying random things? I think he's just saying random things. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this. Oh, Susato. I'm not a Russian assassin, and you're plotting a revolution too. I'm not a native Russian. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. There's no way. Oh, god dang it. Here we go again. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. Nobody likes Naruhodo. He's just having a time. We're gonna yep. This feels right. It feels right to me. Let's yep, alright, here we go. Yeah, this feels right. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Susato, why do you keep flipping me upside down? It's really rude, honestly. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary with 16 murders to my name. Nobody likes Ryunosuke, and he's just a guy. He's just an average man, TM, and everybody just pins murders onto him. It's truly wild, honestly. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came to your head. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? That part's true. The rest of it not, though. There you have it, you see. What do you make of that? Oh my god. Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it a deduction, so much as an observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. This is gonna be something, huh? This is it, huh? I don't think you've introduced yourself. My apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes. The very same, the inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes. Why do I doubt this? No, it's him. It's... Oh my god. What does inimitable mean? Like inimitatable, maybe? Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on then? Well, I guess Japan didn't get a lot of stuff from the outside, but we must ask him what he's deduced. Naruhodo lives under a rock. He might. His dormitory might just be underneath a rock on the university campground or university grounds. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Why do I feel uneasy about it? Susato, you know I haven't been in Afghanistan, and I am not a native Russian. What were you just investigating, my guy? What secrets could the desk possibly hold? Before we started talking, you were examining Cosmo's desk, weren't you? Cosmo? Ah, yes, the victim. Who's still alive. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Oh my god, he read the journal. See what the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Yes, he was keeping notes. I don't think you should read his private writings, it could upset people. Tragic! And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. That's actually surprising. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. No, he's not. Susato's not going to take down Sherlock Holmes. Oh, you were kidding, Coley. Susato-san, are you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? Oh my god, life is unfair. Yes, Ryunosuke. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely his diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author would cut short. Yes, Sherlock. Tell me, was the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to the details. But I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Sayonara, Bonsai Mikado. Nado nado, I trust you are suitably impressed. Oh my god. What is this? What is this character? But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters of which I can read precisely none. Oh no. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you'd be so kind as to show me, I'd be happy to read it to you, Mr. Slope. Susato. See, I wasn't worried about Susato going after Kazuma, because she's got her priorities. And her priorities are idiot Englishmen, apparently. I am much obliged, my dear madame. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound. Those are These are very deep waters. Pray go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? What is a band? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? That man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall. Huh. Okay. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Cosmo's diaries entered to the court. Yes. Cosmo's death. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? Have I managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Ah, in other words, I'm in these because of him. Is he going to be my opponent for the trial? When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was aboard. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. Oh my god, I hate him. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really, two facts? What are the two facts? Your deduction just now. Can we talk about your deduction before the things you conclude about me? Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part? Ah, yes, the more sordid details. It was fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Borshik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call to Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. You know we're not Russian. Since when was Kazuma Russian? Is he saying that because Kazuma wrote in Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what he wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who had killed the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, villain Bolshevik. No, this guy, truly, Silran, this guy is a dingus. He's the biggest dingus I've ever seen in my life. Oh my god. I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Look at this. It's unmistakable. Don't say plastic surgery. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learnt to revolutionize your appearance as well. Oh my god, I heard that in the other Ace Attorney games that there is like a detective that you sometimes clash with. And I was wondering if this game had that. But I thought the detective was usually on your side in the other games. Yes, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, that's cute. His name is Gumshoe. But I thought he was usually on your side, but this is... this is just... oh my god. Alright. I've learned to revolutionize my appearance as well. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the passenger list, need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Don't blow that up, it's our only hope. Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all of those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. God. We all know Graha's in the Crystal Tower. Don't do anything to it. He's our boy. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? I mean, I guess. Sometimes they do, huh? Bruh. Deed and Joe, truly. What about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in the war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is that? Oh, naruhodo. This Afghanistan place. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a memento of this great deduction. Thanks. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby, so I've given it to you. Naruhodo, rubbish bin extraordinaire. Oh, my god. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back. Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. It's all written in Russian, I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to just glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture. Well, let's look. Oh. A princess or a ballerina? This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Probably not. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, I can't either, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess. She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, don't you? What does that mean? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you've noticed this article. Here he is. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Thanks. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented, young Nikolina Pavlova. Yes, Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear that the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which was worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure. It must be an unbelievable sum of money. Suzato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance on all ports with sailings to Great Britain. I'm gonna put my hat back on. I'm gonna be fancy. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. What does that mean? I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo. Article about the ballerina is entered into the court record. Well, that's everything for here. Two facts. What were the two facts, Mr. Herlock Shlomes? Mr. Shlomes, tell us please what two facts were apparent to you when you entered this cavern this morning. Ah yes, but first, let's be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Shlomes, what made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Oh. Oh no. Cosimo, why'd you write wardrobe? Do you really think Cosimo-sama would have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head for this young man, Russian. Cosimo was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garderob may be the name of the killer, a certain Robert Gard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least, where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquaintance. And if memory serves, the outfit is traditional dress of Russian people. This outfit is a traditional dress of Russian people. He's a big dum-dum. God, I can't believe that Ace Attorney was like, alright, let me hit you with this. Not only is your bandana boyfriend dead, but you're also accused of murder from him. And also, the people accusing you from murder are this dingus. And he gets absolutely nothing right. And apparently you're the only one who can see that. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of Russian people? I had no idea. And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. Suzato, you gotta stop believing this man. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Kazuma! No! No! Let me remove my tat so you can see. This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered before the body was removed. Yes, Cosmo had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? I am not alright, Suzato. I'm so far away from being alright. Like, I've maybe come around all the way to, like, being alright but not alright. That's how not alright I am right now. I cannot take this. I cannot believe Ace Attorney has done this to me. Personally attacking me. Doing this to me personally. You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that. Ah yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me? Garderobe. Garderobe. Or I actually have no idea. I just assumed he was saying wardrobe, but that doesn't look... Yeah, that doesn't look the same. Certainly, if it interests you. How many times... I'm not Russian, and I don't speak Russian. Great detective. So, you're a great detective, are you? What's your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see you're German? Herlock, was it? No, I have no I mean, I have hair. Please call me Sholmes. You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rand's magazine full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then? Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories you started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward. Backward. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. Sure he does. Sure he does, Sholmes. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Wait, Dr. Wilson was the professor from the last case. And he's been in Japan for 3 years. I guess he went back to England sometimes, but I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment, I'm returning from Asia having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Why do I doubt this? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of the muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeve, furrows in the skin, all these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. Oh my god. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? Well, I'll tell you, Ryunosuke. Herlock Sholmes seems to be the type of man who can look anyone in the eye and just say things. He can just say things and they just are true to him and only to him. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only Herlock Sholmes. Ugh. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted by this man. They killed my bandana boyfriend and now they're making me deal with this guy. The cruelty of this game knows no bounds, truly. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigations, I believe, and if I'm still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh my god. What? He has to constantly be moving or he just throws up? Is that what's happening with him? Oh, I suppose you're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. Oh my god, you know why, Ryunosuke. A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Okay, this one's right. This is the correct one. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. I am also speechless. You have to be joking, you just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Shlomes, I did hear you say that too. Thank God, Suzato finally coming to her senses. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal. You know? Not really. You just said I revolutionized my appearance and that I was a murderer of 16 people and a merciless Russian revolutionary, my guy. I truly don't know. So what, were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyways, that was then, and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Ah ha 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 ha. I can't do it. I can't. Now he's just being rude. And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you standing there for? We have to go investigate the cabin next door. Suzato, aren't you forgetting about my handcuffs? Hiya! Okay. Here we go again. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue you're willing to give up, you're just going to roll over and accept your fate. Ugh. As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over part. God. I need Suzato to stop doing that. I need Suzato to stop flipping Ryunosuke around like he's a pancake. I think we still have some investigation to finish off here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Kazuma. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. No. Did he get another job? Did he get another job? Hosonaga. God damn it. He still holds his hand like that too. You're not a waiter anymore. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Oh my god. He still hasn't gotten his tuberculosis checked. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Don't. Oh. Why? How come whenever he shows up, he's always wiping his face on something that's white? If you are gonna bleed, just wear red. If I learned anything from Deadpool, it's that. Just wear red. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again. You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Hosonaga, please go to the doctor. Special orders. Swear your special orders. And why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Yes, because he's undercover as a crew member. So I'm trying to figure out how he keeps getting special orders to go undercover at these places that just so happen to have murders at them. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Osogi-san's bodyguard. Oh. You failed, You failed me? You failed Osogi? You failed the Japanese government? It was the Minister of Justice, Jigoku, who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Osogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. Assassinated? How could that even be a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated. Obviously, we couldn't give Osogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. I didn't take my eyes off of him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Osogi-san is dead as the result. Oh my god. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Inspector. So if there's anything at all I can do to help now, just say the word. I can't believe everyone is lying to Naruhodo. I believe it. Have you seen Naruhodo? Everyone lies to Naruhodo. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not, Hosonaga. Please learn anything from past experiences. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes. So we need to be allowed out of this one. I'm sorry. You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, The stormy looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now, they think I'm a murderer as well. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin could be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. There may be a way. Think of how you tried to persuade me with your innocence, Naruhoto-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence, yes. I've done it many times. Yes. So I have to give him a piece of evidence. My assumption is that I need to give him Kazuma's journal because that's the thing that mentions the bands on the ventilator. Or at least that's what I think. Court record. Kazuma's diary. Oh wait. Okay, I can't present it right now. See, present. Kazuma's diary. I wonder what the speckled band is, because at the very beginning of this trial started with like a Herlock Sholmes story bit that mentioned a snake. So I wonder if there is a snake involved. A stinky adder, if you will. Present. Kazuma's diary. What's that? It's Kazuma's diary. Just before he died, he wrote something strange. He wrote what looks... Yes. Yes. Tell him, Susato. It's in the ventilator. Don't tell me the ventilator, is it? Yes. Yes, Hosonaga. The one inspector that I'm okay with most of the time. Let's join to the next door cabin so we can investigate in there. We might be able to work out what the speckled band was. I feel like it's a snake. I don't know why there would be a snake on board, but also the panel explicitly said no pets. So someone snuck a snake on board. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict order. Hosonaga, didn't you just say? Okay. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs though. Okay. What about the captain? Are you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you, I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. I really hope nothing terrible happens to Hosonaga. Because he keeps coughing up blood, and that's unsustainable. I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Let's seize the moment. Just like to move. Okay. We are moving. Move. First class passageway. What is this? Is this a mousetrap? Finally out of the cabin. After 15 days. This isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. Oof. This is the most luxurious option and it's cramped. Yes. That's why he's being put up in first class cabin, because he's being sent by the government. Even still, is about twice as large as my accommodation in Steerage. Ooh boy. Ship section. Oh, there's that guy. There's a stripy face. Look over there. There's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous even if he's sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I thought you'd be used to shit by now. Yes, but I've been trapped in the wardrobe. Suzato, I told you this. Ever since I've been shut up inside the little wardrobe. Yep. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please don't give me the pitying look. Christ. Okay, we're gonna examine. What's this? Huge book. Pen next to it. Looks like the ship's log. Oh, give a little look through it. Writing's so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage is meticulously recorded. Wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought you might appreciate the compliment. No. I'm not sure about rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. Mousetrap? Okay. Trap for catching mice. Yep, plenty of those back home in Japan. But they seem to be using a lump of chalk for something as bait. Oh, that's what's called cheese. It's made from milk of cow. I guess cheese wasn't very common in Japan at this point in time, 1800s. Cheese, I wonder what it tastes like. You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will shut on your fingers. Really? But, I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Cosmo leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in the wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Oh my god. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. Yes. He saw a speckled band. However, yes. Let's ask. Oh boy. Hello? Hello, sir? You walked over so fast. Hello? Oh. I guess he's strong, silent type with his little stomach sticking out. The sailor's eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out. That's what I wrote on the sign when we put over the wardrobe door. Yes, although this man's version is definitely more effective. It doesn't look like he's going to let us pass. Well, if I can't do that, I guess there's this to look at. Looks like a plan of the SS Burya. Shows the deck. Large-scale steamship with triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is such a huge lump of metal just doesn't... Oh, how is it that a huge lump of metal just doesn't sink into the bottom of the ocean? Well, Naruhodo. Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan. Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth. Many, many, many times larger than a ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. Well, it's the way to second class. Yes, we know this. Something wrong. I was just thinking about making a run for it. Just for a moment, Ryunosuke, no! You have to avenge your boyfriend! But the adventure book, I've accepted Kazuma's dead now, I guess. It only took almost 2 hours. But a part of me still says he's alive. I hope he's alive. Might be wrong, but imagine the moment you reach for the handle on the door, that burly seaman will surely shoot you dead. Yeah, probably. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far. Yep. No, I started it with my talk of running away. There's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery. You're right. We're gonna solve this, Naruhodo. We're gonna talk to this burly man. Maybe he'll tell us something? Excuse me, could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. Okay, he does talk. That wasn't a good start. That's an understatement, Susato. Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid. Damn. Oh, dang. Oh, okay. We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day. Susato. Maybe he's just always like this. Consider that. I'm not Sailor. My mother gave me a name. I am senior crewman. His name is Beef Stroganoff. Biff Stroganoff. Biff. Oh, Biff. Okay, Biff Stroganoff. The best thing is to just avoid eye contact. Yes. Yes, it is. Last night. Were you on watch here the whole time, Mr. Stroganoff? Duh, all time, so criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Hit! Susato-san, do you understand that? It's clearly a no. Oh. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way. I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. First class cabin. Mr. Stroganoff, about the first class cabin area. Here we are, in the finest part of the Burious steamship, for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. No, I still can't do the Russian accent. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow, I let a stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you into the ocean, but Stroganoff is not an animal. Thanks? If I may, I was wondering, the cabin next to Mr. Asogi, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? I don't know what that says. Susato-san. It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes or no. It has to be one or the other. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Does that mean Herlock didn't make it in either, or did he manage? Yes, it's tantalizing. Passenger in the next door cabin. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Osogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is a very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with the murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is an authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was pretty harsh. You saying that Western gentlemen are too good to do a murder? Too good to do a murder on a Japanese, huh? Huh, Stroganoff? I guess that is what he's saying. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying the first class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? That is not your business. This is enough. I cannot say more now. It is time for me to report to the captain. You must return to your cabin. Okay. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. I think it's supposed to be tan lines, but I'm not sure, because it is odd, D&D or Joe. Because he has stripes across his face, but I don't see them on his arms. But, yeah, I thought maybe they were tan lines but it'd be weird because if they were tan lines, that means he had something covering, like, just the weird parts of his face. Yes, I understand. I mean, he could be one of the merciless Russian revolutionaries, and the tan lines are from war paint or something. But I don't think war paint would, well, not war paint, but like, you know, like the camouflage that people do in the movies where they put the big swaths of paint over their face to blend in and stuff. But I don't know if paint would block the sun. So, good. Now we can investigate the area properly. Definitely. Because he is gone. Can't leave, but he's gone, so now we can go into the other room. What do you think this is? It's a fire alarm. Yeah, we shouldn't touch it. Press only in times of emergency. Just as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh my god, Naruhodo. This I have to see. What? I swear, Naruhodo's more of like an elementary school boy than he is a university student. But this is an emergency situation. Look at these handcuffs, Naruhodo. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop, the ship included. Oh, Naruhodo. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Yeah, Naruhodo, keep your foolishness in check, like the rest of us. Just be foolish in private. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes. The ventilator from which Kazuma wrote Speckled Band, yes. Mr. Roylott. Knock knock. No answer. We're out of luck. There's no one here to help with our inquiries. How annoying. Oh! Screaming? From inside the cabin? Such a high-pitched scream, it must have been it's Herlock. Stand aside. Oh no, okay, he's not in there. I'm about to break the door down. Okay, Shlomes. Mr. Shlomes. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. I don't know if you can do that to this one, Shlomes. Please wait, Mr. Shlomes. No, let him do it. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. I think it would have been fine to let him try to kick the door down. Because I feel like he would have hurt his foot. Maybe it would have taught him something. Oh. Who are you? A Western gentleman. This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream? A woman. Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. With a pair of dangerous scissors. True, this old man does not appear to be the only person in here. Oh, it does appear to be the only person. But in that case, who just screamed? Oh, there's a door behind him. Get out, all of you, now. Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe? Yes, that's me, and you are. I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Shlomes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I'm the great detective among detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you can trust me completely. Yeah, this is a face. This is a face to be trusted. This man uses that magazine like a business card. Yeah, he sure does. A detective. I did not trust detectives. Yeah, you probably shouldn't. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. I'm back. Did I miss the wake? No, we still haven't had the wake for Bandana Boyfriend. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold to ask you to open that small traveling case? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit into a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me, Herlock. Looks into the camera. That's what I'm doing. Like, what? Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Don't tell me that there is a small little ballerina folded up in that little trunk thingy. Leave now, otherwise I call the steward. So this is Cozima's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before the burly sailor returns. I mean, Herlock. Herlock, what are you doing over there? What do you think you're doing? This is my cabin, get out. Can we just have a quick look inside your traveling case? No. What a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do, I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Shlomes? I can't believe we have to do this. We have to talk to him. You need only address me as Shlomes. That's what I just did, actually. Well, Mr. Shlomes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of deduction into service. I'm only doing this because the game is making me, Mr. Shlomes. Oh, and it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no. For once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Royla, is clearly trying to... Yes, we know he's trying to hide something. And do you know what the most effective weapon is to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? At least he's humble. A nuke. No. Would you like to witness it? It's the truth. Although I think a nuke is effective against pretty much all peoples, honestly. Although you could not ask them questions afterwards, so... I guess effective? Probably not. Maybe effective in murder, though. Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. 4. I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Lord. Here we go. Could this man be more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Shlomes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, "It is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence." Oh my god. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have made up my mind now. Come back, racism. I thought you'd gone away with Giselle. Yeah. I don't think it ends. I'm not sure if it ever ends. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. What do you mean? Number 1, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh. And number 2, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment, no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Ugh. I mean, just making general statements. Oh, Naruhodo-san, I never imagined I was witness one of Mr. Shlom's great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction. Nothing can deceive Mr. Shlomes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle. Ah, here's the magazine again. Yes, you've read so much about him, Susato. You're such a detective fangirl. Christ. Oh, here it comes back, I mean. I see. Yes, it is coming back. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both of Shlom's conclusions were right. It's because they're general conclusions. How could you? How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon the journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Oh my god. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Oh. Topic 1. Old man's identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian says deduction on the top. Choo-choo. On the train again. Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. The scissors. Yes, Nor's pair of shears. The newspaper in his pocket. The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard. I don't think so. Now moving on. Oh my god, he did a little twirl. The question then begs is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I don't think so. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also. Sure, it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity. The article about the revolutionary, I don't think so. Those two people do not look the same, Shlomes. They do not, oh my god, cannot fail to observe the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away, but what, we're gonna ignore the shaking, traveling trunk. In short, your true identity is beyond a doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Vilen Bolshevik. All Russians look alike to this man. Yeah, apparently they do, Coley. But also Shlomes thought Cosimo is Russian. I think he still believes Cosimo's a Russian. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. A revolutionary on the run. Topic 2. Wrongdoing. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. The proof of this crime? Over there. Ah yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes astray. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes, the traveling case. Question mark. It is time, I think, that this case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady. One slight enough to fit therein. Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'éole. Coup d'éole. I've never seen that. I've always seen like coup de grace, but not coup d'éole. Betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found on the pages of the newspaper. For there's another, most stimulating article. Yes, back page. Because Sherlock is saying the exact same thing that I said, I don't think it's right. Crime is that of an abduction. According to the article, young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping a young ballerina. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma, Elementsky. Christ. Ugh, my God. Suzato-san. That wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about. Was it? Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here for a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, let's start with, there's the newspaper article. Yes. These two men look nothing like each other. Yep. At the time, I believe I told you, can revolutionize his appearance. Fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look a lot more like this man than you do. That's not the point. Part about him abducting the ballerina. This guy gets this guy wakes up, he gets the morning newspaper, and then whatever crime scene he goes to, he's like, of course, and he slaps the paper. Of course, it has to do with this morning's news. There's no other explanation. It is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you pushed really hard. I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. Oh, I didn't know. Well, she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies. Vinegar. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines. I had the briefest of thoughts of contortionist ballerina, but I don't think that's it, Sholmes. This whole thing is turning into a circus. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of the matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Suzato. It's just one or two key words in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Oh boy, we're gonna switch keywords, huh? But tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deduction. I guess this was Professor Wilson's job before. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. I also wonder this, Sholmes. It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Oh, they're gone. Where are your handcuffs? Oh my god. I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. Mr. Shlums, you are a marvel. Weren't they his handcuffs? Don't worry. I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So let us begin. Logic and reasoning spectacular. Here we go again. Okay, course correction. Okay. Old man's identity. Yes. So now we're correcting what he said before. That's correct. So that's what, okay, so luckily, okay, I don't have to click it or anything. You would not use shears like that to cut a beard. Yeah, Mr. Roylott doesn't seem to get it. So we're swapping a keyword. So instead of Copia's beard, I wonder if it's really his beard he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. We managed to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Shlom's deduction better. Then what? Then we'll leave the rest in capable hands, Naruhodo-san. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, Naruhodo-san, you're the one to do everything about this. What was he really going to cut? Not his beard. I don't think his hat. Do I get to... Oh. Oh. I see, Mr. Roylott is the ballerina. What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. The color is not important. The point is, what's it doing in the back of Mr. Roylott's head? How's it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Well... something's definitely not right here. But it is...
Yes!
It is this. Oh my god. This is very cute. This is very cute that they get Naruhodo to do it. Indeed. You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. Question which begs is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of your magnificent locks? Yes. Yes, so we're changing that to the article about the ballerina. I kind of had the briefest of thoughts of maybe the ballerina is the old man, but like, Roylott talked a lot, and I would think they would comment on it, because a 15-year-old gal, difficult time imitating like an older man. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Sorry? You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts with Mr. Shlums. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business. Okay, Naruhodo. Focusing on his deduction. Let us cope, Susato. Let us cope. I'm on a lot of copium right now. Can't possibly be... yes. Let's swap the evidence. I know. We're gonna... For some reason, this woman needs to try to hide her true identity. Elizabeth, yes, 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 yes. We know. We are doing the article about the ballerina.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity. The ballerina. Yes. She disappeared from Shanghai. We know that the boat recently took a stop at Shanghai. Wow. Naruhodo does look like he's having fun, though. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. It's a good thing it landed in the hat. Oof. Because those are sharp. Oh, her earring's so pretty. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Solved. So... maybe she kidnapped herself. I mean, she did. You are at this very moment the brink of committing a most grievous crime. Proof of this crime? The case. Yes, the furtive glance, her lock. So it's not the traveling case, even though it was shaking. Yes, the ballerina cannot be inside the traveling case. Yeah, oh, you look pleased, Naruhodo-san. You like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr. Shlomes. Stop it. Anyway. Suzato, just let Naruhodo do his little dance. He's having a tough time right now. Our bandana boyfriend is dead. Ah, yes, it's this. The dazzling tiara. Never seen anything like it. Real diamonds. Try it on! Try on the diamond tiara, Naruhodo-san. You know you want to. Isn't it usually girls who wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. Why does this tiara look familiar? Well, because it's in the newspaper, Naruhodo. It's
Yes!
come on. I like how she's just standing there, like, waiting. Yes, it's the diamond tiara. It's all coming together. Not about Kazuma dying, but about this, I suppose. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! You left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking a precious tiara with. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, she took it so she could go live a new life. I respect it. I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me. This girl's only 15 years old, and she's a runaway all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely. tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. You don't need to have the spotlight, Shlomes. Just let her tell us. One unsolved mystery. Oh, the shaking case. You staunchly refuse to open this traveling case. Is it her pet? I'm more sympathetic to this girl than the beefsteak soldier who stole the koban. I am also more sympathetic to this girl. Mostly because the beefsteak soldier was just scamming people out of their money. Well, I guess he was scamming rich people out of their money. My dear girl, there's no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. But also, the beefsteak soldier was successful, and he was doing it for a very long time. So that's probably why. And she's just a kid who's trying to run away because she doesn't have anything. It was very sad. I have a very good idea of contents of your case even before I laid eyes on them. We are not well suited for a life of crime, are we? Yes, coup d'eau. I don't know what that means still, though. The reason why you refuse to open your case is written on the books on the shelf. I don't think it's that. He's adapting his logic to the changing circumstances. His logic is bad. It's a wild guess. Oh, you think so? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written on a book that she doesn't... I'm having trouble. Would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still... Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction, I noticed myself. Then there has to be another reason why she won't open the case. It must be somewhere in the same area. That's where her gaze was involuntarily drawn. Ah, yes, the furtive gaze, as Herlock Sholmes has said. Whatever she has hidden inside that case could be revealed by following her yes. Gameplay. We're doing the gameplay. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be this. Yes! She has a pet in there. I don't know what kind of pet. Reason why you refuse to open case, rules of passage. Can't keep weapons or other dangerous objects. Pets are strictly forbidden. And that case of yours is something forbidden. Has to be a pet. Is it a stinky snake? As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move on its own accord. Naruhodo looks like he's having a good time. He needs this. We're all on copium right now. Oh my god, the spinning. A pet! Smuggling a pet. A position of a prohibited animal. Oh my god. This is very elementary. This is kind of cute. I still don't think I like Shlomes very much, but the deduction thing's very cute. So clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I'm not Grimsby Roylott. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Pavlova. I don't know why I keep trying to add an I to her name. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. It couldn't have been easy. The Burya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. Could you really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. and you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. What does that mean? So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? The veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady naturally. More like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away from Shanghai, I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, disgust myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all of my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors and that's when people came in. The annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Herlock out here saying women be shopping, women be having hair. It's true. Eat hot chip and lie. Must have long hair. I used to have really long hair. I didn't cut it all off. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are those two even talking about the same thing? Probably not. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? It's a pet, but we just don't know what type of pet. Is my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Is it a stinky snake? Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, don't worry, we're not gonna say anything. You must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the events of last night. Okay, here we go. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something Mr. Shlum's great deduction? It was certainly something. I'm just not entirely sure what that something was. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Oh, Rollock. And one more thing. What? Observe your wrists. Yep, they're back on. Your hands are cuffed again. Yes. Apparently Herlock Holmes, great at doing like the general first gut deduction, terrible at details and logic, and just insanely good sleight of hand. Just really good sleight of hand. True to my word, I have restored your shackles. When and why? You know why, Naruhodo. Still, there's a shadow of guilt cast over you, Naruhodo. Yes, I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Am I gonna do the trial in shackles too? Anyways, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the bespeckled band was. I almost guarantee it was a snake. Because I can't think of anything else for conversing. Friend, tell me. Who's your friend? So the friend you mentioned inside a traveling case. I hope it's a stinky snake. So we come back around. I don't think animals are allowed on board. Yes, animals are not allowed on board. Oh, please don't tell. Don't tell any of the crew. If they found my precious, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Oh, God. So reassuring, Mr. Slomes. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? No, it's not a puppy, Susato. Maybe an adorable rabbit? It's not a rabbit, Ryunosuke. You credit Russia as a land of rabbits, do you? Oh, don't they have rabbits there then? You may well ask. I have no idea, Shlomes. Come on. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Why would it be a chicken? Is it a chicken? Is he right? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call. No, that's a rooster. When adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. Shlomes! Don't have a pet to eat. That's not... I don't think she has a pet for that. If it's her only friend, I don't think she's gonna eat her pet. So you'd eat your friends, I'll remember that. She's shaking her head. Okay, it's not a chicken. I was willing to believe it was a chicken for a moment. I would take that. I would take like a chicken being a ballerina's friend. Well, it would appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. Okay. She'll tell us. She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Something to show her. Maybe I need to talk to her about some more stuff before friend. What does she have, a bear? I don't think a bear can fit into this teeny tiny case. I don't even think a baby bear could fit into that case. But a bear is very Russian. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to yours last night? One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died, he was a friend of mine. Holds my head between my hands. Kazuma's not dead. He's not dead. He has to be alive. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example? Perhaps people talking? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps the steam engine exploded. I don't think either of those things happened, Shlomes. We'd all be dead. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed that if that happened, Ryunosuke. Miss Pavlova, is there something you can tell us? I don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. That's fair. Running away. You've run away from your ballet company, the Novovich Ballet. Yes. I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there, I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life. I wish you the very best. You wish to forget? A challenging proposition when you have a striking tiara as a reminder. She's gonna sell it for money. But the tiara is mine, I need it to live. Just let her have it, it's okay. The ballet company doesn't need it. Okay, it's a ballet company, it'll be fine. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away, I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me. Oh. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. and the crew of the ship, they have all been kind to me. Oh, they were all protecting her. They let me come aboard and they said I could hide in this cabin. Aw. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Mr. Naruhodo? Me, oh well, yes, of course. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. To what conundrum, I'm not sure, but... Conundrum. I also don't know what conundrum this means. Or what the conundrum means. Miss Pavlova, let me pose you a riddle. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Yes. Now that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Oh. It means they were in Shanghai last night. The SS Burya stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's why. So how is it, pray, that you came to be aboard? Now that I think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of the cabin came on board. Oh yes. He said it was none of our business. Ah, Stroganoff, you were just trying to protect the ballerina friend. I understand. Yes, you're right. He did seem to be hiding something. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry? It's how the Russian newspapers described one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. Okay. What does that mean? Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very vivid. Mr. Sholmes once said, I can never resist the touch of the dramatic. It seems Miss Pavlova is the same. Okay, a genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself, I don't think so, Sholmes. Quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, in fact. There's a halo hiding under that hat. No, there's not. There is not. This man is delusional. Oh, for her? I don't think so. Yes, Mr. Shoei. It doesn't look like Miss Pavlova is going to tell us what really happened. What do I need to show her? For her to trust us. I need to present her with something. I just don't know what. I don't think it's either of the newspapers. Maybe this, though. Oh, Kazuma. Maybe it is this to show, like, look at my friend. I don't think so, though. I don't think it's either of the newspapers. Maybe it is this. Would you take a look at this? I don't know. I don't know anything. You're frightening her. I wasn't trying to. Maybe this? I guess I can just keep showing her stuff because I don't get punished for it. Miss Pavlova, about the article. Did you know about this merciless revolutionary already? No. But when I saw the picture, I couldn't believe it. He looks just like me in my disguise. Am I the only one around here with eyes? The other man, the one wearing the brown, he also said so. He said we looked the same. Ah, Herlock. Yes, he says a lot of things, but I have a strange feeling that besides you and the great detective, you won't find another soul in this ocean who thinks there's a similarity there at all. Mr. Naruhodo, I won't allow you to speak ill of Mr. Shlums. No, I wouldn't dream of it, but I'm just saying. I don't... This is the diary of my friend who passed away. His diary. He wrote in it last night before he died. Something a little unusual. Yes. Faint whistling. Some sort of speckled band. Speckled band. I don't understand. It is strange, but the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin. Up there on the wall. This cabin and victims' cabins are connected together. Ah. Miss Pavlova. Something occurred to you. Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean anything to you or the whistling sound? No. I don't know anything. Oh. Uh-oh. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wow, she's fast. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to the captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I will come now. What? You must leave now. Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. Please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. Get out. The passenger said out, or do you want me to throw you out? Looks like we'll have to leave. Yep. We'll leave the investigating to this later. What a pity. Can you imagine, though? If you're in a hotel room, and for some reason you have to go somewhere, and there's strange people in your room, and you're just like, alright, guys, I can't leave you in here by yourselves. So, that seems reasonable. And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Oh no. Just thrown out. To be continued. Yes, I do want to save my progress. Yeah, yes, here. Okay. So I'll keep going for a little bit longer. 9th of January. Yes. Yes, we're still in the passageway because we were just thrown out here. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. So I wish we'd managed to find some clue as to what the speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past the sailor guarding the door. He's clearly glaring at us as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? He's completely disappeared. I'm sure he will pop up when he is needed. He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring these were securely back on my wrists. Move. Let's see. I mean... yeah, I don't think there's anything to do here. I mean, we could talk to him. But he's not gonna say anything. Well, What? Why do you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? Oh no, definitely not. Next time I have to throw you out, I'll show you where lobsters spend winter, understand? Oh, I definitely understand. Maybe I should steer clear of him until he's forgotten my face. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. So... Don't think... Oop. Don't think there's anything left to examine. We can't talk and we can't present. So I'm not sure like what else there is to do in particular here. We haven't looked at this? The book on top of the table. Yes, I know this is the chip record. Yeah, but for some reason we didn't have the checkmark next to it. Yes. Yes, rough and ready is not a compliment, Naruto. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. We're not allowed to go out. Yeah. Or at least I'm not. No one wants to let the murderer escape. Yeah. Very stern look when she said, "You know I'm not the murderer, Susato. Come on." Okie dokie. I think the only thing left is to just go back. First cabin. That's our cabin. Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's cabin. Kazuma! Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you, Susato? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling a home. Susato, let me cope. Anyway, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga managed to uncover any new clues. Yeah, we have to go talk to him. Here. We're gonna move to Kazuma's cabin. Our cabin. Sheds a single tear. Where's Hosonaga? Looks like they're still investigating. On that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscathed. What do you mean unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. He was not exaggerating, Naruhodo. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Where? Oh, there he is. Oh boy. Oh no. Inspector, you're looking a little beat up there, pal. Don't worry about it. They're just scratches. No, they're clearly bruises. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing really. Oh, Hosonaga. It looks like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Gosh. I feel kind of bad about that. I don't want Hosonaga to get beat up. Yeah, so I understand. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Schlumps. You are correct. I don't think he was German, though. That explains it. Shall we compare notes, then? We can tell you what we found. Oh, Oh, his face is so sad because he's beat up, but he's still determined. Oh, Hosonaga. Great detective. Mr. Slums was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish! And that's all he said. Oh, by the little purple thingy. Shoe polish, I wonder what he meant. Maybe this? He was over there by the piece of broken glass. Yes, this. Perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark. Do you think? Yes, that must be it. How could Mr. Schlums know that it's shoe polish? That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. Yeah. What is it, Suzato-san? Well, Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? It's a sort of dark brownish red then. Like a brick. Yeah, it's a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. So it's his shoe polish? As they were scuffed on the floor. Yes. Made by Kazuma's shoes were found by the victim's body. The cabin next door. Nikolina Pavlova. She's in the cabin next door. Do you know who she is? Yes, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oh, Hosonaga. Somebody please help this man. He is so sick, and he got beat up for us. I can't take responsibility for you, Hosonaga. Please, do anything. Do anything to help yourself. Oh my god. Oops, I think I upset him. He's just so pathetic, says Cooley. He kind of is, and I feel so bad for him. I feel like you can fix it. No, he is not. No, Kazuma's still alive. Kazuma's still alive. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case. Oh, how? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now he's definitely upset him. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? No. If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. My duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed and ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. There is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. What's that? You have to tell us, Hosonaga. You got beat up for it. What's the new information? This. It's a clipboard. Furia's medical officer finished his examination of the body and managed to obtain the report. That report better say he's still alive. Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma. So what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae. The cervical vertebrae. His neck was broken. It would seem so. There is no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in the system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that, yes. Dark. Extremely dark that he had to have been hit with something and then the fall broke his neck. But I don't know. Because even a blunt object, if he was hit that hard, would leave bruising. All the body's nerve run through the spine to the brain, strong enough impact to Nick could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious one would be left. If he broke his neck, he wouldn't have been able to write wardrobe. Like, in his last moments, there was no way he could write that, because he would have been... this is this is so dark. But if he broke his neck, he would have been paralyzed, I think, so he couldn't do that. So who wrote that? I have a second copy of the report. It might be useful. You're welcome to have it. Really, are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. I trust you. Hosonaga, no. Ugh. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving the cabin in the first place, would I? Oh, Hosonaga. That's right, Susato. Feel bad. Feel bad for not trusting me. Report from Esmer giving cause of death as a cervical spine injury. No traces of external injury or poison. Kazuma's dead, guys. I don't know how to deal with this. This is my funeral hat now. Because I don't have anything else that really fits the bill. So, just, it's a widow hat, you know, like how they wear at funerals, big hat. Don't worry about it. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. That might be for the best. Thank you, Hosonaga. Please don't get beat up again. Oh my god. Oh my god, someone help this man. Someone help this man. Poor Inspector, you look exhausted. Oh no. Wow. No, I feel terrible that I failed to protect Osogi-san. He was my responsibility. I'm sorry, Hosonaga. He probably feels the worst, honestly. Because he was supposed to protect him, but... Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. You were his friends. Oh, my god, Kazuma's dead. The truth is... I seem to have had a heavy head since I woke this morning. A heavy head, that's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Oh, it went out of focus. I think there's something weird in the chicken. Like, there has to be. And they wouldn't have found it in Kazuma because Kazuma didn't eat it. Didn't eat the chicken at all. So... I already looked at that stuff. Anything... Well... Somehow they spell the Russian word for wardrobe. Unambiguous pointer to you, but as you were sleeping in there. But to be truly unambiguous, it should have just spelled out my name, don't you think? Well, either way, one fact remains. Well, no one knew it was in there, so... Hard to imagine Kazuma-sama would have written his last words, or word, in Russian. He shouldn't have been writing any words at all if his neck got broken. Kazuma, I'm so devastated. I'm so sad that he's really dead. I've spent the past 3 hours on COPIUM of he's not really dead. They're gonna pull a switcheroo at the end and he'll be alive, but it's... I've run out of COPIUM. They put the post-mortem report in my hands. I'm devastated. This glass looks like it was broken clean in two. The other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's the shoe polish. Oh my god. I wonder what the glass could be, because it looks like it... I don't know what it could be. Were you so excited to show Kazuma your trophy hat? I was excited. I was really excited to show Kazuma my trophy hat, and then he was dead. Just, I'm devastated. I said I would uninstall this game if anything ever happened to Kazuma. I'm really thinking about it. The thought, it's in my mind. The power, I could do it. I can't go on. Oh my god. I would like to know what the class is. I have to solve his murder though. I have to do that for him. There's no living without Kazuma. There isn't, but I have to be strong. I have to solve his murder to avenge him. I have to do this. I'm just... Oh my god. Yeah. Just, sheds a single. I'm just. I have my head in my hand. It's almost impossible to believe that he's gone. You're right, Ryunosuke. I'm still having trouble. Kazuma-sama left us a valuable clue in those words. I'm sure of it. Here's the tiniest, teeniest amount of hopium I have in my mind. Is that Kazuma is doing this as like a way to test Naruhodo, and he wrote Wardrobe to make Naruhodo defend himself again, and the medical guy is in on it or whatever. And then at the end of the trial he'll show back up, right? He'll show back up at the end of the trial and be like, "Good job, Naruhodo, you proved yourself as a lawyer." Kazuma. I know that won't happen, but that's the hopium that I'm on right now. Have you really been living in the wardrobe? Yes, for 15 whole days, Susato. I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage on your own in a secret hideout. That's not a great dynamic for a relationship. Kazuma's gaslighting you. It's not, but it feels like something that would happen. Listen, Coley, I'm on hopium. I can't deal with Kazuma dying. So this is what will keep me going. I don't have the strength to continue without it. So because of that, you have no idea what's happening out here in the cabin. Yes, because everyone was knocked out by the drug chicken, it seems like. Or at least I think the chicken was drugged, and that's why everybody's head hurts this morning. Yes. The ventilator goes to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Cosmo saw something come out of it. We don't know what yet. I think it's a stinky snake. But he didn't die of poison. I'm not sure. You know, most people aboard would say the same about me, but there was something about that woman that didn't sit right with me. Well, you know, she really didn't trust anybody, which is fair, considering she's on the run. Yes, all the books provided, they were all tipped over, and the books in her cabin were also all tipped over. You have to look after the ship's property. Unruly behavior in cabins leads to damage. But it really wasn't me who knocked them over. Also, it's crime scene tampering, Susato. You should know better. Oh my god. You, where did you go? I went next door to investigate. Who gave you permission? Seaman Hosonaga. That new Japanese, was it? Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in a cold room. Don't be mean to Hosonaga. I hope Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him out for a steak at La Carnival. Don't take him out to the place he works. Take him to a different restaurant. That's just... Don't do that. Don't take him to the place he's the head waiter at, okay? This could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. I don't think there's anything else left to look at in here. Yeah, so I can look at the passage rules again. Yes. Yes. No weapons, no pets. Yes, she has broken a rule, but we all know this. She called it her friend, didn't she? Yes, although we don't know what form this friend takes. I'm almost certain that whatever it is, it's inside the traveling case. Yes, it is. It's a snake. Has to be. I think I've clicked on everything here that I can. So I'm not sure what else it wants me to look at. This is a bell cord contraption. What do you mean contraption? Oh, you pull on it? Talked about life in Great Britain. They have bell cords like this, which you can pull. Oh, yeah, you pull it to ring a bell to summon people. Shall we give it a little try? Oh my god, yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. We must ring the bell. I mean, I'm me, so I have to do it, but nobody else had to. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone's busy, considering there's been a murder on the ship. And if I got a bell ring from the room where someone got murdered in, I don't think I would show up either, honestly. You know? Okay, we've looked at everything in here. So what should I be doing? What else is there to do? I can only examine and move. Go back to the passageway, but... Yes. Actually... Look, Naruhodo-san, Seaman Stroganoff is gone. Oh, strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. Russian names are impossible to remember. Don't worry. I only remember it because it's Biff Stroganoff. Tra-la-la. Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la, lira-lira-lay. I did it the great detective way. Sherlock. I mean Herlock. This caroling, I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. It's gonna be a bird or it's gonna be a snake. I don't know which. Stringy knot. Stroganoff. Come on, Naruhodo. You can do it. It's Stroganoff, not stringy knot. We're going to Miss Pavlova's cabin. Uh-oh. Herlock already opened the case. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Suzato-san. Oh, Suzato-san oh my god, what are you doing? Those are her private things. There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We have to investigate as quickly as we can. Suppose you're right for Kazuma's sake. I mean, you are right, but not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Ah, Suzato, you finally come around. We have to solve this case, Naruhodo-san, by ourselves if we have to. We will. Oh boy. So, the case has been opened, probably by Sholmes. It's completely empty. Yep. She was hiding her special friend in there. Which is definitely not a rabbit or a puppy. But something, a secret third option. We have no idea where that is. Yep, few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this cabin for any time at all. I wonder what kind of book she likes to read. Don't wonder that, Naruhodo. Okay. I see Miss Pavlova enjoys reading books written in Russian. Great. Great. Cool. Good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, good. Cool. That definitely gives us so much to go off of. Suzato likes to read books written in Russian. Enlightening. Naruhodo-san, I'm sorry I'm right here. Why? I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see. Suzato, think more of Naruhodo, please. Well, anyways, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping to find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in here, but no such luck. And... well, there's a plate on the ground. It seems the teapot is empty, so the natural conclusion is that Russians are a very thirsty people. Or it's because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night and she hasn't had the chance to make any tea. It could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it, Ryunosuke. You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Yes. Extremely, it would seem. For trash. We're gonna dig through a trash? I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Naruhodo-san, it's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know. Those eyes, she's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish too. However, these are special circumstances. Exactly, so we have no choice. There's hardly anything in here at all. Yeah, she's only been here for a night. It's a little disappointing. All this stuff is knocked over too. I think in the same direction. Yeah, it's like in the same direction as Kazuma's stuff was knocked over in. Exactly the same as the bookcase next door in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose. No, I don't think that's what happened. Suzato, come on. Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them over in a fit of rage. No, this is not Kazuma's cabin. Oh, she's gonna set them all straight again. Oh my god, this is crime scene tampering, Suzato. You're a judicial assistant. You should know better. Lord. Yes, the rules of passage. Pets are strictly forbidden. Oh boy. I'm sorry I'm not rereading a lot of, not voicing a lot of this stuff because it's stuff we already know. So I don't want to keep repeating This is why she's only allowed to be a judicial assistant. I just hope Seaman Shogunov doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Yeah, I don't think Seaman Shogunov is gonna throw an animal overboard. Or at least he doesn't seem like the type to. Especially if he knows that belongs to the ballerina, Miss Pavlova. The cabin door, yep. Same as our door. The bolt is fine. No, it is a regular bolt made of metal. No magnets. I believe that's everything. Nope, can't use the thread or needle here either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they would suspect me. Oh my god, Naruhodo. We have checked everything. Well, we haven't checked this one. Yep. There is another bell cord. And we can't resist ringing it. She barely hesitated and she gave it a good tug too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to investigate this room specifically in secret. Oh my god. Last one. I think this is the last thing. Here's the ventilator again. We have already seen it. We know that a speckled band comes through it. What a fool shipbuilder must have been to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe it's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night Cosmo wrote that he saw the speckled band, yes. Okay, there's another... I don't think there's anything else that we can, so... Sadly, I have to look at this now. Somewhere between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Cause of death, damage to the cervical vertebrae resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to that area. No obvious external injuries or traces of poison. So he couldn't have written the thing. There was no way he could have. I think we're done though. So we're going to move back to the passageway. I miss Kazuma. I also miss Kazuma Soren. I'm on Hopium. Oh! This guy. Mr. Shloves. You never know where he's gonna turn up next, do you? I miss Kazuma. I wish he was here. I thought he was gonna be my buddy throughout this whole game, and now he's dead. I'm sad. I'm hoping, but he is dead. He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. I suppose he's looking at last night's ship log. Tra-la-la, leer-leer-lay, I did the great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or is he simply in extremely high spirits? Both. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Now, excuse me. I solved it all and stood tall. I did it the great detective way. That didn't rhyme at all. Mr. Shlomes. Oh my god. What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow while he's singing, and I was about to reach the climactic finish. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now was as good of time as any. I nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Could you please put your fists away? Mr. Shlomes seemed to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by the suckily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. He is an absolute dinkster, Joe. I do enjoy how his model just shows up randomly around the environment, though, so that is one good thing about Shlom so far. Did you find anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means that there was nothing to report, nothing of note happened, so... Ahahahahaha. You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. What does that mean? Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Dr. Slums? Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. You had seen the same crewman off stand sentry in the first-class passageway, and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes. Nothing to report. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report, because he was helping smuggle on Pavlova. Because she came down from the heavens or whatever. Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. The ship's log has been entered into the court record. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. You're starting to understand that what my way is, I see. What makes Shlomes. Brilliance. Oh my god. Every time he shows a little bit of competence, it just gets buried in, like, other stuff. Well, in his idiocy. Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. Everybody has head hurdy disease. It has to be from the chicken. He's still singing to himself, I can hear as he wanders down the passageway. Is something wrong, Sato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke up this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Why didn't you mention it earlier, Suzato? Jeez. Well... I wonder if the animal will show up here in the mousetrap, because that's the only thing I could think of. I don't think there's anything else in the passageway. Thank you. It's a trophy. From my last trial. Didi Kremlin, bitch Stroganoff. Nothing to report, nothing to report, nothing to report. And it stops after 2. Wait a second. That's at 1:30. What is Kazuma's entries? 1:23, I can hear a faint whistling noise. 1:35, some sort of speckled band. Huh. Well, something happened at 1:35. I'm not sure what, though. I also... Yes, Miss Pavlova's cabin. This could be our chance. Oh, I know. I'm just getting the check mark. Yes, we could go. We could certainly do with looking around more. I feel like that's everything. I feel like I've clicked on everything. I don't know what else to look for. What was the situation here exactly? Cosmo Sama's quarters, passageway. We'll go back to Pavlova's cabin. Oh. Oh no. This is a ship alarm? Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile 4. Full stop, hard starboard, all hands brace for impact. What does that mean? Are we gonna crash into another ship? We're about to... Oh, we are about to crash into another ship. Great. Thanks, Susato. I can't... Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. This is very bad. Susato-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Okay. Huh. Everything has fallen to the side. Looks like we avoided a collision. I think. Ship has come to a stop. What about you, Naruhodo-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Uh-oh. Is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. Oh, that sounds like... Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. Why did we bolt the door? Oh, because gravity. The door is bolted because of gravity. Ah. So the same thing happened last night around 1:30 with the whirring noise. Get all the books. Yep. Naruhodo-san, are you gonna open the door and let the inspector in? Yes. I better tidy this place up first. My guess is that it was a emergency stop that everybody was drugged out for. Because that's the only thing that explains both. But I knew... And also, like, all the books and stuff were moved to the side, so it just has to be like that. New sense of foreboding in my heart. Like, it has to be... There was a... Well, two things have to be true. One, everyone was drugged with the chicken. Well, everyone who ate the chicken has a throbbing headache this morning and don't remember a lot of last night. And was mostly passed out. And two, there had to have been an emergency stop or something that caused everything to go all awry. All chickens are bad. I mean, chicken as a food, not so bad. At least I think so. Really? Well, sometimes chicken not so good. But chicken most of the time pretty good, I would say. Chicken as hat, not so bad. I can't have chicken as hat, but maybe I will consider doing that. I have to make a funeral outfit for myself. I thought this was gonna be funny, haha. I'm with Kazuma, we're going to England. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna wear my fancy English lady hat that I stole. And then it just came out swinging, Kazuma's dead. This is terrible. Truly. Christ. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop here though, because 3 hours, 30 minutes, not so bad. I think. Not the general. Apparently, for the 5 hours, I do. That's what they do for tutorial characters. Oh, I see. They kill the tutorial characters. That's upsetting. Is that just a trend in Ace Attorney? Is that just what they do? Christ. Oh no, I didn't want to go back. If I had a nickel for every time it happened, I'd have 2 nickels. Lord, so they have done it again. Which isn't a lot, but coincidence? I think not. Yes, he's very mad that we are in Pavlova's cabin, which is fair. I need to go back to title. Yes, I want to return to the title screen. Oh, it shows the cabin. That's interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to stop here because it is dinner time, honestly. And 3 hours, not too shabby. So, next time we will deal with what happens after the shipwreck, and I'm doing that tomorrow around the same time, starting at 2 p.m. PST. Ugh. Good night, Suzu. Have fun sowing your widow's weeds. Thanks. Good night, everyone. Take care. I will spend tonight making my widow clothes, because I've finally just accepted that Kazuma's dead, and I have to avenge his death. So sad. I made a silly fun hat, and it was just not appropriate for the tone that was the second trial at all. Okay, but good night, take care. I will see you guys tomorrow around the same time. Goodbye.